All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome into another episode of the Best Around Podcast, which your host Big Chad, my co-host Mr. G3 Finisher. We just on here tonight, getting ready to get it in again on this lovely Friday evening. The topic, the topic that we came up with for tonight is what's safer, the streets or the church?
Ooh.
What's safer, the streets or the church? I know it's
Ooh.
I know it's gonna rattle. I know it's
Ooh.
gonna rattle some feathers, but
Ooh.
what's safer, the streets or the church?
Ooh.
If
Boy, that's
I
a,
had
that's a, that's a topic for your ass right there,
if
boy.
if
Ooh.
I had to go if I had to go with it, my gut feeling, my gut feeling is going to have to say the streets is safer.
Why'd you say that?
Because if you if you think
Ooh.
about it, in a way, the streets are safer because you got you got resources. You got more resources on the street than you do the church.
But they say
You
your
can
church is supposed to be your safe haven, though.
How the church gonna be a safe haven when you got everybody sleeping with everybody in the church house?
I mean, there's safety in sex,
You can
man.
get
Come on.
you can you know what? I know I Oh, I hope ain't nobody listening.
Hey,
Look, you know
boy,
what?
that's hard.
You
That's
can the
hard.
same look, if you out on the streets, you can catch some Ajax can't clean up.
That
And
part.
the same thing you can catch on the street. You might be able to catch it in the church house faster.
Oh.
The only difference is when you catch it in the church house, they laying hands on you
Oh.
to try to try to try to pray about it. Oh, Sister Jones, let me go on and pray for you a little bit. Why?
Boy, I
And I
I
say,
I will have to agree with you 100% on that, only because that's facts, bro. That's facts, bro. But so in your mind, you're saying the streets is a safer environment for someone to be in rather than the church.
rather than being a church.
But would you agree or disagree that there's fake shit in the church and on the street?
Yes, there is fakeness. There is fakeness in the streets, but the fakeness in the streets, you can get around the fakeness in the streets. But the
How you do
fakeness,
that? Well,
well,
if it's fake in the street, everybody's your op, right?
yeah,
You can't trust nobody in the
you
street.
can't trust nobody in the street. But
So
you
how
have
do you
but
live
you have
your
a
life saying
better
the streets are safer than the church then?
but you have a better chance of coming to a mutual agreement
Okay.
on the streets faster than you will in the church house.
How though, bro? Like you saying church people are worse than actual. Well, we gotta be real with this. You gotta be real with this, Chad. And they gonna hate me when I say this shit. But the streets, when they're done being a part of it, run to the church. Or most of the streets say they come from the church and went out to the streets.
But if that's in fact a true statement,
Yeah.
if they leave the streets, now just think about it. If they leave the streets and go back to the church, They all they doing is taking the drama. They taking the drama from the streets and taking it where?
To the church.
To the church. So that's why I say the streets the streets is safer than the church.
I have to disagree with you on that one, bro. I would have to say neither one of them motherfuckers. I'm just gonna have to be real, my nigga. This shit,
But
you
what
can
you
get your head blown off in the street, and you can go right there in the church, and the deacon to pull out that thing out that Bible and knock you down clear as day. Either one of them, I look at it as this, bro. There is no safety in this world today. I'm just being real. You think you're safe at your crib.
No.
But cannot the police come and barge their way into your door without showing you a warrant and take and damage everything in your house, including you?
Yes.
On an assumption of you did something.
On alleged.
So where's the safety? Where is the safe haven for the people that want to live their everyday life without worrying about the next hater, the next crazy, the next pedophile? Because I saw a video, Chad, and I didn't feel bad for this pussy nigga. He found a little kid on Roblox. Parents, PA. Public service announcement. Please watch your kids when they're playing these games. This grown-ass man found a kid on Roblox. And then, I guess they were talking about sex. Showed up to meet this 16-year-old girl and bought condoms. But little do this motherfucker know, he thought he was meeting the little girl. He met 7 grown-ass men. And they got in on his ass. And I was like this.
I would have wore his
They wore his ass out, bro. That was my thing. I was like, nigga, if you out, and there's more people out here like that are doing fuck shit. And I get it. We're in the day and age that we put to accept people for as they are. But I don't give a fuck about sponsorship when it comes to you touching the kids. I will get in your ass. No diddy.
You can't accept nobody.
There's no safe haven no more. You have to protect you and yours at all costs, bro.
Right.
And I'm in a state that lets me do that. Great state of Texas. All about it. I ain't gonna run to the church. And I ain't got to worry about being in the street. I'll be right here in my house. And you know what it is. Yeah.
On your ground.
But we try to speak.
Stand your ground with that attitude adjustment.
That attitude adjustment. But you got to be real. There's no real safe haven here in the world. Unless, hello, you're a part of that elite that lets you just go on the ground and nobody knows you're there. Let's talk about that now. You seen underground cities in Missouri. You see, you can only get in here because it's protected by these people, and there's no entrant in this part of the land.
Right.
It's this part of the country and this part of the mountain. Let's talk about it. They got their safe haven. Well, where's the normal American safe haven, Chad? If it ain't the church, if it ain't the streets. If it ain't the church, Chad, if it ain't the streets, where is the American people safe haven?
You really, the regular everyday American people, we really don't have a safe haven.
So you telling me out of all the millionaires and multimillionaires and billionaires, there's no one that thought about making a safe haven for when shit actually hits the fan?
I mean, they got safe havens for the elite, but not for the everyday American Joe.
Now, my numbers may be wrong, Chad, but just in America, I don't know. few million, 100
Yeah,
million.
yeah.
Out of all of those people's mindset, you mean to tell me there's not one group that said, I want to sacrifice my legacy, my winnings, my fortune to make sure if shit go bad, the American people have somewhere where they don't have to panic. They don't have to fight over the last. They come together to make sure they work and go to this location to survive. There's no place like that. That's what you're telling me? The church ain't safe anymore because we saw that shit in Houston with what's your boy, Joe Osteen when it flooded. You made all of these millions. You got a safe haven. The church is supposed to be a safe haven. But when these people needed you, you said, wait, did they pay their tithes? Wait, the motherfucker can't come in here.
So
The
how can
streets only give turkeys and bullshit on certain periods of the year to make the streets safe.
Exactly.
But then the rest of the year, it's fucking chaos.
It's
and
chaos.
Let's just be real, Chad. I know it's not from you, and I know it's not from me, but it's from these fuck niggas' kids. Meaning, your lineage, your offspring, a version of you motherfuckers are out here causing havoc. Do you not know an 8-year-old was beat up on Halloween and jumped last night?
Yes. That break. You know what? I know we wanted to talk about what's safer.
What's safer? You thought going trick or treating was safe.
You thought being out on the street trick or treating was safe.
The dad that wasn't even involved couldn't even break it up. He said 30, 40 kids. Y'all cut it out. Motherfucker, you don't tell us what to do. Wait a minute,
little nigga. I'm going to put my foot in your ass.
But if you do, you're wrong.
If you do, you're wrong.
How do we win in today's society, Chad, when no place is safe? You cannot chastise. You cannot jump in somebody else's. There's no community anymore.
There's no community.
There's no, you watch my kid, I watch your kid. My kid acting up, whoop his ass, send him to me. I'm gonna whoop his ass because I know you the adult.
That goes back to what we said in the previous conversation. Everything went to shit when Big Mama left the physical realm.
That boy.
And went to the spiritual realm.
That boy.
Once Big Mama left, hell, all the trauma babies came out.
Big Mama out here shaking her ass now. There's no real Big Mamas anymore, my nigga.
Oh, Big Mama 35 and going to the club every night.
Big Mama backing that ass up more than Grandma. Then Grandma following Auntie, and Auntie following the baby. Everybody shaking their ass coins, nigga.
instead of Big Mama being in her 60s, 70s, and up, Big Mama now is my generation and below.
That boy.
There's no more Big Mama. Big Mama is in the 50s club now. That's Big boy. Mama now.
With a BBL. Telling you to look at it.
And look, and a silicone pump sitting next to the bed at home.
On biobody.com. Let me see what I can order today. Let me see what I love that.
Or go in there be like, you know what? Hold on, I gotta put.
But yeah, who are we to? They would call that hating, Chad.
I don't give a damn what they call it.
They would call that shaming, Chad. Nowadays,
that's biobody.com.
But would you say everybody is hella fucking sensitive now? Like, there's no tough skin anymore.
None.
But let's be real. Everything that come after our generation, we created. Wait, I gotta take that back. Flag on the fucking play. The powers that be. Ordained it to make it that way.
Exactly.
Let's just be real, people. So, I love America. I'm ready to see the rest of the world. But I know they don't act like this in Japan and China.
Hell no. Not
Three,
even
4 years
close.
old, these little motherfuckers almost got a full-time job. Know 3 to 4 different languages. Over in Africa, American language is their fourth language. They already know French, their native tongue, and
They
two to
know
three other
every.
languages before America.
They know every language. They know every language in the corresponding countries before America.
So why America slacking? But we want to show our gold chain. Nigga, I don't even put that shit on no more, bro. I'd rather walk out the house like this.
I'd rather walk out the house naked.
Chad, think about this. What was back in the day? What was chains made for?
Chains was made for fashion.
Back in the
If you
day,
had, oh, back in
back
the
in the
day,
day,
back in the day, they was hell. They was
Big
hooking.
mama, grandmama's day.
Yeah, they was hooking Kunta Kinte and them up with chains. So
So
why
when
would
did it
you want?
become a fashion?
You, ask me. Why would you want to wear something and they was using the same thing to lock our people up with?
But now that you put little diamonds in it that are lab grown, that somebody over in Africa had to dig up.
Right. You think
Let's not
it's
talk
fabulous.
about illegal kid labor. Do you not
Oh
get
yeah,
that? Do you not get
yeah.
that cotton to make all the clothes? It's done by kids that ain't being paid for over in other countries, so you
And
can look good.
you know when you
What's
brought
safe?
that up,
Your
you
house
brought
ain't
that
even
up.
safe. The
You
schools
know
ain't
what?
safe.
I did not realize that there were a multitude of cotton fields in the great state of Texas.
You goddamn right there, isn't it?
I did not know that
You know
until
the
I was
only thing I
driving
love
through
about Texas, these
until I
motherfuckers
was
will
driving
let
through
you know
Texas.
I'm a rootin' tootin' shooting. You know that who that motherfucker telling you who he is. I'd rather you
Ugh.
show me who you are
Show me
than
who
hide.
you are. Then hide it.
I
Show me
own
who you
cotton
are.
fields. And if it was up to me,
Right.
nigga, I'll put you in that cotton the picket. I like that motherfucker. Show me who you are. So I
Be
know.
out there.
I
Be
gotta
out
watch
there in
you.
the. Be out there in the 100+ degree heat,
You
picking
don't lost your
cotton.
damn mind. That's why I be grateful
You
every
got
day. Because there's no goddamn way I would have shot back in no field with one nigga on a gun, one nigga on a horse with a gun. You gonna lost your goddamn mind. I'm waiting good till he turn
you
his
lost.
back. I'm snatching him the fuck off
You
that
done lost.
horse.
You done
Our
lost your mind.
people.
What's up, Michelle?
What up, Michelle? What it do, baby? You already know how
But
we
yeah,
get it in the Best Round
but
podcast.
you got life, Michelle. If you haven't heard it, the topic is what's safer, the streets or the church?
What's safer?
What's
I'll say
safer?
there's nowhere safe in America. You think you're safe at your crib, you ain't even safe. There's no point of you going
No,
to church. Because if you look at the church, Chad, let's be real now. It's a building.
that's all it is. All it is brick and mortar.
The church is the vessel.
That's it.
What vessel are you giving to the world? How safe is this aura when you delivering it to the people? Are you making the people dumb? Or are you enlightening the people with your message, your information? Which one is it?
You know, you know what I would have to say. The church, and I grew up in church. I'm a preacher's kid, but
Likewise.
I did the exact same thing, Michelle. I would have to pick the streets over church, and I grew I grew up I grew I grew up I grew up in church.
Yeah.
I'm a preacher's kid.
Likewise.
The In my opinion, and this is just my opinion, the church now, the churches now are not the same churches back then that we grew up in.
I
The
mean,
churches
again,
back
in the
then,
church is community.
but the churches back then that we grew up in, if you are a child, you wasn't sitting upstairs in the adult church. You was going
You,
downstairs in the children's church.
how
You
about
wasn't
staying in
staying
the child's
upstairs
place?
with the adults.
How
No, you
about it?
was going downstairs. You was going
How about it?
downstairs and you was going downstairs with the rest of the youth. That's where you was going. But the church now, you have deacons sleeping with people in the church. You got pastors sleeping with you got deacons with multiple babies in the churches. You got pastors with multiple babies in the churches.
That boy.
So, in my opinion,
Some, but not all.
some, but not all. But
Let's
in
just
my honest,
let's not give the
but
churches
in
the haters. We're just
but in
stating
my
facts.
we just stating facts. But my honest opinion would have to be the churches now are doing more damage to our people than the country's doing to our people.
I would have to agree with you 100%, but I also have to add to that. The church is not only participating in the manipulation of the people in a whole.
They're condoning it. They're condoning it.
I'm going to take my pay cut and I'm going to accept what you tell us to do.
Right. Because if you think about it, back then when we grew up in church, if you were down on your luck or you was short on something, you could go to the church and say, hey, I'm falling a little behind on this bill. Here's a copy of the bill. Here's a copy of the final notice. What can y'all do to help me with this situation?
Without being judged.
Without being judged. Without being judged. Nobody else in the church will know that you came to the church and asked for help on a bill.
You better not do that shit now.
Do that shit now. Everybody
they got you on Instagram live.
Everybody and their mama.
This bitch
broke. Everybody and their mama gonna know that you came to the church asking for help. Well,
come on.
Okay.
Come on.
Asking for help.
Come on.
Here's a prime example. Wesley Snipes.
Come on, fill me in on Wesley. I'm lost on Wesley.
Back in the day, dealing with his financial planner.
New Jack City Wesley or you talking Blade Wesley?
Blade Wesley. But
okay.
it all coincides together because it was his income.
Yeah. Income. Okay, gotcha.
His financial planner or advisor wasn't paying all of the taxes.
Ooh, he trusted the wrong motherfucker.
So what did Wesley do? Wesley went to the church, asked the church for help.
Right.
He's been going to church faithfully, giving his tithe and offering faithfully for a multitude of years.
That part.
When he got into financial situations with the I, the R, and the S, that same mega church turned their back on him and said they didn't have the resources to help him with his issue.
The same people that supposed to have your back didn't help.
Same people that's supposed to have your back didn't have his. They turned their backs on him. They turned their backs on him and said we don't have it. So
that's upsetting.
Exactly. So do you Do you continue? Do you continue to give your last and your hard earned to a brick and mortar that you know good and well if something happened, you can't go to them and ask them for a dime. But I guarantee you could go. I guarantee you could go to the you could go to the streets. You could go to the streets and find it faster than you'll get it going to the church. And the church is supposed to be a safe haven.
I know that for a fact that if you go to the streets for anything, that interest gonna hit.
Huh?
That interest is real now.
Right.
They ain't playing around with you when you talking coming to me. They gonna let you know straight off rip. You know it's gonna cost you, right?
Oh, it's gonna cost you.
You know you done fucked up, right?
It's most definitely it's gonna cost you something.
Because you need me. You said you would need. You need a way out.
You need a way out.
There's no safe spot in this world.
None.
For the American people to actually be at peace. And it's upsetting because you would think the life you live, the choices you make, when you actually want to actually go somewhere to have peace, you can have that. But let's just be real. Besides going on vacation, hell, you ain't safe on no vacation.
You ain't even at peace on vacation.
You spending money. You worry about, oh damn, I'm trying to flaunt and act like I got it, but boy, I'm up 5, 6, 7, 8 G's. This shit gonna hurt when I get back.
Right. So what do you do?
You have to make your safe haven.
Do we have to come together as a collective and like I said, make our own safe haven?
That's funny you said that. The collective. For the people, by the people.
By the people.
The collective. If shit go on, the government expect chaos.
Exactly.
They don't expect togetherness.
No, they want chaos.
No worldwide panic. Move in unison to get to a safe haven where you know they're in an abundance of not only food, water, and resources for you and yours.
Yep.
But no one is thinking about that. They're thinking about shining and shaking ass and throat goats and hop food and all this other fuck shit online that is taking your mindset away from what is needed. If shit were to hit the fan and all you know you needed to do was put in $10 a month to make sure you and your family got your spot in this safe haven, what'd you do? Food, water, shelter, a place that when shit go down, you can get to it quick. Would that be worth it?
I would do it and wouldn't bat an eye to think twice about it.
Bat a motherfucking eye. Because it'll be the collective saying, I know I got this. Shit hit the fan, hit there now.
Now think about it. As a collective, there is a abundance of old stores that you can convert over to a safe haven.
That part.
There's a bunch of old strip malls that's been shut down. You can convert them over to safe havens.
That part.
There's a bunch. Hell, there are some actual malls that shut down that you can convert over.
Say that, yeah. With underground systems attached to it.
That's been shut down that you can turn into a safe haven.
Now let's just be real, Chad. If it's nuclear fallout, you can't go low enough, ain't it? I mean, that had to be planned 20 years ago.
Right.
meh. But any other situation, do you not know they have full shelters, bomb shelters, and things like that, where it really looked like a nigga can just go down under earth and never come up again because he got a full gym, a full pantry
Everything,
full of food. He got everything. He got
everything,
lights, he got
everything.
water, he got generators. Even if the world go to shit, you ain't got to never see him again and know he exists. He can run the world from underground. President Obama, bitch
Yeah,
ass nigga.
stay to
I can just
look.
sit back and have a
Um,
third term by just talking in
um,
somebody's ear. That bitch
state
is
of
sucking on mine. Let's be real, Chad.
look, state of Missouri with all they underground warehouses,
Miles and miles of
miles
real
and miles
trucks
underground,
are literally backing up and delivering
underground,
everything that you buy in the stores underground in a mountain.
underground in the
Somebody
mountain.
please be smart. Where's it going? Why aren't you privy to this information?
Hello, because
You got to be smart, people.
a lot of people don't even know about the underground delivery system in Missouri unless you see it on YouTube
That part, unless a trucker done
or
came and
unless,
said I
or
had to
unless
back up into this goddamn dock door and it's underground in the mountain.
right, and you sitting there fighting because you in a sleeper trying to you in a sleeper truck, a condo sleeper trying to back up in alley spots that look like it should be downtown Chicago.
Make it make sense. But the world hasn't seen those streets.
No,
The world hasn't seen that city that's under that mountain, that
no,
town that's under that. Why is that? That's their safe
because
haven. Why is it not your
they
safe
don't
haven?
want you. They don't want you to know. They don't want you to know how safe they are. But now, mind you, the only people that will be privy to going down and up under there, if something actually jumped off, is everybody that's allowed to work down up under there. If you're not an employee over there, you are not allowed down in there.
That part.
Because look how much. Because if you think about it, look how much red tape you have to go through just to make a delivery
Deliver.
down
Just to
there.
deliver them.
You have to
That should
be
tell you something right off
escorted.
the rip.
You have to be escorted in.
That part.
Oh, then they had a nerve to tell you, well, when you get down there and you deliver, somebody come, somebody come to the truck and get your paperwork. You
That
need
part.
to you need to stay inside the truck until they done unloading you. What?
Where are you safe? This is the big question. Is it the
On
church? Is it the
on the
streets?
moon?
Shit. I heard they done took that bitch over too. I don't know how true it is.
I
I ain't been up
I don't
there.
know.
I'm gonna be real with you,
I
nigga.
don't. I
You ain't even put me in no
at,
ship and go nowhere.
at this point in time, I don't know what's safer, the church or the street. Because the streets talk. But I think the church house talk worse than the streets.
The church house is all gossip, all bullshit, and a bunch of lies. But you got to
But the
realize
but
something.
but the church want to talk about all of the streetwalkers out
Yeah,
on the streets doing what they doing to make some do some strange change. But in my opinion, there's no 304s on the street. They're all in the church houses.
uh, okay. For all our new people that just tuning in, can you please explain what the fuck a 304 is?
A three a 304 is a hoe. And I ain't talking about the garden tool.
uh, Streetwalker, everyday mover.
Streetwalker. Everyday mover.
Come on.
But everybody, all these devoted people in the church house
Yeah.
want to call everybody on the street prostitutes, hoes, whatever you want to call them. But in my opinion, the biggest 304s comes out of the church house.
The biggest 304s came from the street to the church house.
Came from the street to the church house.
How about
And just multiplied their game inside the church house.
that boy? But
So
you got to realize something.
where are you safe at? I don't
There's
know.
there is. I'll put it this way: the mindset of the American people
I'll be right back.
is okay. It's put in a spot where either you get down or you lay down, and what you choose to do, you got to choose to do for you. But honestly, like my boy Chad stated, where are you safe at? This is what we want you to see, people. You're very important to this society and today's movement. I want you to know this. You are what's needed in today's society. But you got to know that. You are the best that has been ever made. But you got to know that. You got to understand that regardless of what you face, only you giving up is when you finally lose. If you never give up, if you find your safe haven, your community, your people, you would always have that support. You got to do that in abundance of numbers. It has to be done so that the people know, regardless of what is happening, I got a safe haven. I got a backup plan that backs up the backup plan. You got to have that. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it when it comes down to it, because again, as you can see, the world has went to a total different realm. The chaos that we're dealing with now is insane. Never have I ever, and I'm not here to judge anybody, but never have I ever seen so many people confused on what's next. They don't know whether to run to the church and pray to God or stay in the streets and pray to themselves. Let's be real. A lot of motherfuckers are worshiping everything that they can think of that does nothing for who they really are.
Exactly.
I worship Gucci, Louis, Prada. And guess what? As soon as you take that shit off, what does it do for you?
Or don't forget Balenciaga.
Balenciaga sends you right back in a cycle of I need the next thing for another motherfucker to say, I like what you got on. Is that all you need?
And then at the same time, turn around, flip it right back around and say, you know what? Less is blessed.
Make it make sense.
So America, we wanted to use that topic to get it out there. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. There's some upcoming things coming to the channel. So like, comment, subscribe. There will be subscriptions coming up on the channel, so get ready.
We monetizing, man.
Get ready for that. We in the monetization phase, so get ready for that, America. And also, if you want to be a part of the show, you can send an email to the best around podcast at gmail.com, and we'll get you get you on the show. Michelle, if you're still on here, I need you to reach out to me because I have a topic that I want to bring up, and I want you to be a part of it. So, hey, Michelle, reach out to me sometime, sometime tomorrow or Monday. I got something I want to talk to you about, and yeah, America. So, from me to you all, my co-host, to everyone else in America, if you want to be a part of the show, just email the show. Let us know. We'll
At the
make it.
best
We'll
around
make it
podcast at
possible.
Gmail.
Yeah, the best around podcast at gmail.com. We'll make it because right now there's no safe place for America. But I can tell you one place is safe. Best around podcast. You can come on here and say what you want to say and mean what you say and don't have to worry about nobody. Oh, well, we need to edit this out before we send it over to the newsroom. No, we are the newsroom. There
That
is
boy.
no editing it out. Whatever you say, that's how you say it.
That boy.
If you want to get off in somebody's ass, get off in their ass. If you want to cut somebody out, cuss them out. Because
Real feelings, real emotions.
over here, we don't edit nothing out. This is for the American people,
That
where
boy.
you can come say what you want to say and mean what you say, and don't have to worry about nobody getting up in their feelings about you saying this or you saying that.
That
So
boy.
on that note, America, we're gonna sign off for the evening. If you got a topic, once again, email the show. If you want to support the show, I'll throw the cash apps right there. So with that being said, America, from me to you, from my family to everybody out there in America, stay blessed, be safe, and like I always say, don't go to bed mad or upset with your significant other because tomorrow is not promised to nobody. So y'all do what you have to do. Stay blessed. Be safe out there, and we will see you on the next one.